Tuliza mbona tunaongelea relationship sana.
Oh, why?
Lakini nilikuwa najibu.
But relationship is one of the most consumed aspect of life.
Na nilikuwa najibu. Nilimwambia relationship yake pia haijawork out, that's why we're talking about it. Kaenda sana.
Ouch. Sana.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
Kila mara
It's a new year.
Watu wanaimba huu mwaka huu. Hata mimi nimeanza mwaka wangu na mwiko. Hii ni mwaka wangu wa kupika. I'm cooking content. Si kupika watu.
Watch out.
You should be watching out.
You're not cooking people.
No, I'm cooking content. Kaenda tena sana.
Niliona a certain post on social media. There's this pastor in Zambia. He's cooking unfaithful husbands. If your husband is unfaithful, all you have to do is make sure he gets to church. And then anakuwa cooked for him to be faithful.
I just remember 2 days. Okay, I don't know when. History TB Joshua, the pastor who used to Pastor Joshua made use of all the virgins kwa church yake. Alikuwa anaita disciples. Anyway, I will not talk about that, but
the shunted disciples.
That's one of the reasons why I believe in God, but I don't go to church.
Oh, Zapa ameamua leo atupike. 2024 imeanza vizuri. Mimi I am going to be full of content this entire year.
Kupika. Vibaya sana. By the way, unajua I have owned this mwiko for almost 7 years now.
Zapa needs to get married.
One imeisha side
No, please. The same way you've owned this mwiko for 7 years, we want you to start owning a woman by December. Tunataka kuserereka mahali.
Wende sikwangi single. Unajua tunafikanga I'm single. I'm not single by the way.
Zapa's woman, show your face.
I'm in a relationship. And it's very, very private. No one imesurvive.
But I love that. The fact that it is private. Shida inaweza kuwa relationship private tatu.
Okay, hapo ndio shida inaweza kuwa. But then I'm not the type.
You're not the type to have 3 different private relationships.
Kama acha nisicomment.
So welcome back to Disconnected Bond. It's your girl here, Zilma, and
it's your boy Zapa.
Ready to cook content for you.
Yes. Kijana wetu leo aonekani. I think bado kwa hype ya Christmas. Mimi niko na homa. But I'll be fine.
Mimi niko fine.
Juna kwanga tu fine.
As always.
There's a friend of mine asked me a question. Why do relationships get boring sometimes?
I have 100 answers for that.
You know what?
I have 100 answers for that. No, for instance, if a relationship does not have purpose, it's definitely going to be boring.
But every relationship,
purpose inaweza kuwa vice ama purpose inaweza kuwa
every relationship has a purpose, by the way.
No, okay. If you've arrived purpose yake, but
difference ni what type of purpose does your relationship have? None. Kuna types of relationship which we have already talked about before. So here we're talking about
romantic relationship.
Na murudi muwatch. Intimacy is not all about sex.
Please
go back there. Yes. So when in such a relationship, it has a boring when one of you just have when both of you have the same interests, it cannot be a boring relationship. But when one of you has just one aim in the relationship, it will get boring because atakuwa achieve. Mostly it comes when it's all about the guy. I'm just after sex. So when I get what I want, I would change. Ndaza kuact in a weird way, sina time yako, I'm always busy. No. Out of the blues, because I've already gained whatever I wanted.
Okay.
Hey.
Me, I think a relationship would start to get boring. And one of the ways a relationship would start to get boring is when there is nothing new anymore. Like, we started off on a very high note. You're dating me. We're dating, we're going for outs, you see, we are dinner, we're hanging out, and then all of a sudden we're just back to checking on each other. Tunaamka asubuhi, we're checking on each other. If we link up, it's either in your place or my place. There is nothing new anymore. And that is a really important aspect of any relationship, whether you're dating or you're married. I think whether you are in a committed relationship or you're married, don't stop dating. Go for dates, have picnics, have movie nights. You see?
Yani, it means your first...
Learn skills together,
Your first date would always be your everyday.
Yeah, it should be like that. It should be
the way you met the first day should be your everyday in your relationship.
Yes. Like, not every day, but often now in your relationship. Every day is a little scratchy on the bank account.
Why? Okay, you feel a relationship will get boring when you really don't have anything more in common. Mukotu. When you were starting dating, you say that it's thanks about the Lufthansa Club, but then there's something you two you are doing in common that made you to date. Like in a relationship where mnakanga hivi mnashindwa so tuongelee nini sahi. Like,
ni lazima muongee all the time?
No, not every time, but then kuna hiyo time inafika kuna kuanga na some weird
silence.
Hadi unashindwa so tuongee juu ya nini.
I think that is the kind of relationship where there is no safe space. There is scrutiny in each and every, and I've experienced this, by the way, let me tell you. If you are in a relationship where you are constantly scrutinizing your partner, or you are rigid about what they think or what they want to do, they don't feel safe with you. Mostly with women are born to be liberal. No.
Yeah.
So if they can't express themselves with you, they will be quiet. But also in our form of liberty, we also have this aspect of forcing our beliefs into people. Like, this is what I know, this is what should be done, you see. So we really don't know how to juggle that. We believe in something, and yes, we are open to a different mindset, but if you don't have anything to offer differently, then it is what I know versus you're nothing. You understand?
Yeah.
So mostly in a drift two people apart so easily, because I'll sit down and be like, he does not agree with me most of the time. There is no point of sharing with him.
There comes a time when you just get bored or quite excited with whatever they do.
Okay, there is a healthy boredom, because first of all, your partner is not an amusement park. He can't keep laughing, getting you entertained all the time. No, for real.
You just get bored of just simple things. No.
Well, that is serious. Why are you there then?
Okay, you're the sign of your relationship just started getting boring. Like mimi na chai kimwaikanga nikipika chai halafu mwagike hiyo kitu nipo. But then if my
that's natural.
But if my partner does that, I should not react to it.
No, yeah, mistakes happen.
But when it comes to a point where I'm really reacting to it.
Oh, so you become reactive.
Yes.
You become reactive over very minute things, things that are not.
Yeah.
Well, that's questionable. That's very questionable. Above all, I hear this a lot, that apart from loving someone, just make sure you like a lot of things about them.
Okay.
Please like the way they dress, or they smell, or they cook, or they carry out themselves. Yeah.
Hapo kwa smell. I always think my smell good. There's something about it.
Yeah. It's such a turn on. Mimi.
Alafu, I don't know, but every time for me, every time I get into a new relationship, sijakuwa kwa mingi, I've been like into 4 of them.
Ah.
Yeah. Every time I get into a new relationship, I tend to change my dress code.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason is I always observe the person I'm dating,
What they like.
what they like.
Uh-huh.
There's no way you'll be dressing the way you want and your partner is not comfortable with you. Hata wezi tembea na wewe kwa njia. They cannot even introduce you to their friends because unakaa vile unadai. Ama is either you dress so low or you dress so high. Na yeye ako hapa katikati. Pia acha nikwambie, hii story eti unapiga ruku ndio you look good. Your partner may be very uncomfortable with it.
Okay, mimi kama mtu wa luku.
Your partner may be very uncomfortable with it. Trust me.
Uh-huh.
Because there's a way I always want a lady to look like. But that's the way ukikuja useme, when we met, you're not like dressing like that. But now because you're with me and you feel like I'm outgoing or something, so nikwambie niko na gig na ni high class wametu kudress. Unaenda kuwafurahisha ama I'm the one who is supposed to
but let me differ with you. I think in a relationship there needs to be freedom for someone to feel comfortable in their skin, like dress the way you want as long as it matches the occasion. It matches the occasion. Of course you can't go with jeans to a corporate event, right?
I do.
You can't.
I know.
Okay, no, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I think I'm the only one who has done the worst. Do you know the worst I've done? I've gone to a very high political event. Can we have sweatpants, t-shirt, and Crocs? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was an official political event.
It was high official.
Oh God.
I was not prepared. Yaje uko.
Oh, no, you went work-wise.
Even if it's work.
No, but then you know the kind of work that you do, they don't expect you to own suits. they don't expect you. They do.
They do and actually be ready. In work and I'll be wearing suits.
Hey.
Yeah, I'll be wearing suits.
Matakiwa.
But there's no way Mungu atakuwa amekubariki 2023 and you just ignore investing in yourself.
No.
Buy yourself good shoes, buy yourself
nice clothes, a very nice cologne, perfume.
Yeah, buy your wife or your girlfriend same things.
Meskia.
The same way I spoil myself, the same way I
spoil your woman.
Any day, anywhere.
Anytime.
You start ifike point yenye dem yangu haizi ni appreciate. There comes a time where your guy does not appreciate you or your lady does not appreciate you. Your relationship with them already. Always keep the standards the same way they were, that you always appreciate each other. When you and your partner no longer have sex,
I do feel that has a lot of contribution to it. Number one, sex is all about desire. Emotional desire.
Thank you. But what happens when the desire is no longer there?
Then spike it.
That means your relationship is boring because there's no desire.
Then spike that desire. Just be creative. Alternate a few things. Honestly though, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Haiwezi kuwa kila siku tunapatana kitanda missionary chap tunamalizana. You know, missionary is one of the best sex positions ever, but not always. You get?
It's
not always, not all the time. Just be creative, and it's not even all about sexual position. I also know that sexual desire huwa inapungua if people in a relationship don't have open sexual conversations.
Okay, for me, I look it from this point where, sex is emotional at some point. But then you get, because your relationship is boring, you come to my house, there's no talk, no, tuko tu tumenyamaza, maybe we're watching TV, there's an unnecessary silence. At what point are we going to come up with that topic of let's go have sex?
People wanaambiananga let's go have sex.
Si kuambiana, but
oh yeah, like at what point will the action begin? Yeah.
You know, there's nothing hard like moving from silence to action.
It's easy for me. I'll just silently come cuddle.
Sometimes it feels awkward. Let me tell you something. In a relationship that is body, it feels awkward.
Why would you feel awkward with your sexual partner? Why is the awkward coming from? That is the big question.
There's no interest anymore.
That is weirdly
It is
true.
weird. It is weird because your relationship is boring.
Wow, but no. In that case, what would you do?
You start over again. You just start. You had your relationship, you cancel. Just start this.
With someone new?
No, not.
Oh, you know, with the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, Pia, Mimi, I personally know that if it gets to a point where we are sexually bored, I'll bring it up. That's definitely a problem, and maybe we need to work it out. Yeah, so I'll bring it up. You know, some of these things they go as far as I don't like the way you do certain things when we are having intercourse.
Yeah.
So I am shying away from having intercourse with you because, and then over that there is drifting apart. You see, it goes as far as foreplay.
Tutarudi kwa story.
So you have to talk about it.
Yeah,
you have to talk about it. There is no way. If you're sexually bored with your partner, the only solution is just have a conversation.
I don't know if I'm the only one who realizes this, but mostly when you're in a relationship, it's very rare for other people to tempt you.
Yeah.
When you're in a
if you're satisfied in your relationship, yes.
The moment your relationship becomes boring,
you start looking for attention somewhere else. From somewhere else.
Yeah.
But kwanza, it's very common with ladies. We don't admit to this, or maybe we don't even realize this, but ladies are very sensual. We are sexual beings, sana. And most of our appeal, most of our allure or fast presentation inakwanga like, hey, she's looking, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I don't get that attention from you, then I'm going to get it from somewhere else to maybe sustain my self-esteem sometimes. And it is not wrong. It is not wrong as long as you don't give into it. Yeah.
At the moment you start avoiding each other, unafungua WhatsApp, unafungua chat zenu, but you're like, hapana, wacha yani text.
No, that's childish.
It is, but then you are literally avoiding each other. The same thing you're doing is the other thing anafanya, because
sasa situachane tu basi.
Nobody's ready to say that.
Tuachane tu.
Nobody's ready to cut off the relationship, because you feel like if I cut off the relationship itakuwa mimi ndio sikuwa naitaka. But your relationship is boring, you're not ready to admit to it that it's boring.
It is extremely unhealthy that way. It is extremely unhealthy that way. Siku moja nita open up. I will tell you. But one thing I know, if a relationship is not working for you, there is no need of wasting each other's time. If you've already recognized the fact that this is not working, just step it out. Just say this is not working for me, and therefore I can't make it work for you.
Yeah.
I'm not present here. So the best thing for me to do is do what? Check.
Where?
That is extremely unhealthy, and most people are in that cycle.
We may not have answers to how to make a boring relationship work out, but at least I've talked about signs that your relationship is really boring. Maybe sijui ataambia to work them out.
Mnapika pamoja kweli? Your relationship is boring.
You're not even going out together.
You're not even going out together. Relationship is extremely boring.
Do
you meet each other's friends? Do you know each other's friends?
By the way, how many of your partner's friends do you know? Not just people that he or she knows, friends.
Me, I don't know my partner's friends, and I'm comfortable.
Let me tell you one thing. You should know that one friend that your partner.
Well, that one I know.
Yeah, that's the only person you have to know. The others, let me be honest. The fact that I talked to somebody and the other guy doesn't mean we're friends. We just know each other. There's something in common we have between us. It doesn't make us friends. There's that one person who is your friend that knows when you're okay, you're not okay. When you have money, you don't have money. When your relationship is in a mess, they will always come over to talk about, not to advise you, to talk about it. But they never allow your friends to advise you about your relationship.
Me, I don't. But sometimes it is important.
No, talk about it, but don't.
Not advice like this is now what you need to do. Apana.
Just talk about
I think the best thing is maybe if they see something that you're not recognizing, watakwambia, I've noticed ABC trend is happening. Okay. Yeah, but so maybe you should check on it.
Don't base your conclusions from your friends in that.
No, but your friends are not dating with you. That is just their analysis from their angle of the window, right? So maybe you who's inside the room, you need to talk with the other person inside the room. Yeah.
Tosheka na hiyo.
Already.
Wambi warudi kwa.
By the way, most of these things most of these things are just repetitive from what we talked about.
Yeah.
In our three episodes of intimacy is not all about sex. Yeah, that's why we're just brushing over a lot of things. So if you did watch those three episodes, please go back, refer, and watch. They were interesting, very interesting, and extremely engaging. So thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah.